7 things women do only when they love you madly. If your woman treats your leadership like a suggestion rather than a directive, you aren't the commander. You're a guest in your own relationship. Most men are drowning in a sea of maybe, begging for scraps of loyalty from women who still have one foot out the door. But psychology doesn't lie. When a woman truly, madly surrenders to your frame, her behavior shifts in ways she cannot fake. Today, I'm giving you the 7 raw markers of absolute devotion. If you want to stop the guesswork and start commanding the respect you deserve, watch this until the very last second, because the final sign is the one 99% of men completely miss. Type, "I am the commander" in the comments right now if you're ready for the truth. 1. She protects your peace like a guardian. A woman who loves you madly recognizes that your focus is the engine driving your shared future. She knows you are out in the world fighting wars, in your career, your business, and your mission. When you walk through the door, she doesn't meet you with trivial drama or he said, she said nonsense. Instead, she becomes the filter. She handles the small fires so you can stay focused on the big objectives. If she is actively working to reduce the friction in your life, she isn't just a partner. She's a teammate who understands that your success is her success. This goes deeper than just being quiet. She proactively anticipates potential stressors. If her family is being dramatic, she handles it before it reaches your ears. If the household needs maintenance, she manages the logistics. She views your mental clarity as sacred ground. A woman who doesn't love you will use your downtime to dump her emotional garbage on you. A woman who is devoted protects that time because she knows a rested commander is a lethal commander. She isn't just staying out of the way, she is building a fortress around your mind. 2. She trusts your frame without question. The highest compliment a woman can pay a man is the total surrender of her control. In a society that tells women they have to be bosses and independent, a woman who is devoted will exhale and let you take the wheel. She doesn't fight you for the lead. She seeks your counsel before she makes a move. This is the natural result of a man who has mastered his own emotions and demonstrated consistent, logical decision-making. If your relationship is a constant power struggle, you're likely missing the foundational tools we teach in the lead protocol. Most men struggle here because they haven't plugged the leaks in their own authority. They hesitate, they apologize for their opinions, and they show emotional volatility. A woman's biological instinct is to take control if she feels the man is incompetent or shaky. But once you implement the right system and show her that your frame is unbreakable, she stops fighting for control and starts resting in your strength. She realizes that her life is better, safer, and more organized when you are the one making the final call. This isn't about oppression. It's about the deep feminine relief she feels when she finally finds a man strong enough to lead her. 3. She protects your reputation in your absence. A woman who is madly in love is your fiercest defender when you aren't in the room. If her friends, family, or coworkers speak a word against you, she shuts it down instantly. She doesn't vent about your flaws to the world to gain sympathy or girl talk bonding. She understands that your face is her face. Her loyalty is a shield she carries for you at all times. If she's joking about your failures to her friends, she doesn't respect you. And if she doesn't respect you, she cannot love you. A devoted woman treats your reputation as if it were her own skin. She knows that any crack in your public image is a crack in the security of the relationship. She will build you up in front of others, not to lie, but to highlight the man she knows you are. She becomes your greatest PR agent because she is proud to be associated with your name. She understands that a man's reputation is his currency, and she would never do anything to devalue it. 4. She integrates your vision into her future. Listen to the way she talks about next year or 5 years from now. A woman who is devoted has already built a mental city where you are the king. She doesn't talk about her future as a separate entity. She talks about our legacy. She asks how her career moves will align with your goals. She thinks about where she will live based on where your mission takes you. This is the fast solution to the commitment issues most men face. When you provide the clear, decisive leadership found in the lead protocol, she stops looking for the exit and starts building the interior of the life you've designed. She makes sacrifices for your mission without feeling like she's losing herself, because she knows that when the commander wins, the whole unit wins. She isn't worried about losing her identity because her identity is now part of something much bigger and more powerful than she could ever be alone. She doesn't see your vision as a threat to her dreams. She sees your vision as the vehicle that will carry her dreams to reality. 5. She shows radical vulnerability. She lets you see the parts of her that the world never sees. Her deepest fears, her rawest thoughts, her childhood insecurities, she lays them all at your feet. This is the ultimate sign of psychological surrender. She is showing you her soft underbelly because she knows you are the only man strong enough to protect it and wise enough not to crush it. When a woman is madly in love, she sheds the independent woman mask and becomes feminine. She allows herself to be emotional, knowing that your stoic frame will be the container for those emotions. If she is still guarded, hyperlogical, and tough with you, it means she doesn't feel safe enough to submit. She is still playing the man's role because she doesn't trust yours. True devotion requires her to let go of the shield, and she only does that for a man who is an unshakable fortress. She will cry in your arms not because she is weak, but because you are the only person in the world she trusts to see her when she isn't on. 6. She challenges you to your higher self. She won't let you rot on the couch. She won't stay silent when you start making weak excuses or skipping the gym. A woman who loves you madly needs you to be the best version of yourself for her own security. She holds you to a standard because she believes in your potential. She isn't nagging. She's refining the iron. There is a specific frequency to this. She isn't trying to change who you are. She is trying to push you toward who you could be. She wants to be led by a lion, not a house cat, and she will provoke the lion in you whenever she sees it sleeping. If she sees you settling for mediocrity, it scares her, because her future depends on your excellence. Her nagging is often a cry for you to step back into your power. She wants to be proud of the man she's with, and she will do everything in her power to ensure you don't stay stagnant. 7. She prioritizes your needs above the noise. This is the one most men miss. In a world of infinite distractions, her focus remains on you. She notices the small things, how you take your coffee, the specific way you look when you're nearing burnout, and what keeps you up at night. She anticipates your needs before you even voice them. She prepares your favorite meal after a hard day without being asked. She clears your schedule when she sees you need rest. This level of attunement only happens when a woman is all in. If you feel like you're competing with her phone, her social circle, or her career for a moment of her time, you haven't established the dominant frame required for true devotion. Mastery of the lead protocol ensures that you are the sun her world orbits around, not just another planet in her sky. When you are the high-value leader of the relationship, she naturally gravitates towards serving you, because serving you feels like serving the highest purpose she has. She isn't doing it out of obligation. She's doing it out of a deep-seated biological drive to nurture the man who leads her. The conclusion: if you don't see these 7 signs in your life, stop blaming the world and start looking in the mirror. A woman is a reflection of the man she is with. If she is chaotic, disrespectful, or distant, it is because your masculine frame is leaking. You are the source. She is the mirror. Change your leadership, and you will change her devotion. Your relationship is the scoreboard of your masculine frame. If you want to change the score, you have to change the way you lead. You have to become the man that a woman wants to surrender to. Type, "I lead, she follows" in the comments to lock in this mindset right now. Stand tall. Stay steady. Honor your life by choosing excellence every day.